All right, we are ready today. I am so excited to be here. I hope you guys have all had a fabulous holiday. I know yesterday was probably a busy day for a lot of people. All right, I cannot wait to dig in. Today, we are really talking about how you can get an online business going. You can launch, start, get it going. We're talking in about 8 hours. Launch your business and your website in about 8 hours. If you have ever considered or looked into having a business that you do that for, I'm guessing that's probably not something you thought was possible. I know I didn't. I know I didn't. So let's fix this here. But with this particular program, you can do that and so much more. So I wanted to kind of walk through the four pieces of what you need to be able to have a business up and running within one day versus weeks or months. And even if you paid someone to build your website, I can tell you that I've waited 6 months for a website before that I paid over 5K for having a professional website built. So this is something that is a phenomenal, amazing circumstance. Very rare. It's kind of a unicorn, but I'm telling you, it works. So that's what we're going to walk through. I would love for you to tell me if you're watching live, where you're watching from. One of the things I love knowing is where is this reaching? Where are you in the world? Where are you in the US? And tell me a little bit about what you do. What do you currently do? What is your business that you do now? Do you work for a corporation or do you work for yourself? I'd love to know. So that, and if you are watching this in replay, go ahead and hit replay so I know you've been here. Let's dig in. So, the first thing you really need for any kind of a business to be successful, right? If you're going to have an online business, you need a few things. let's let's talk about what they are. And I am going to give you a website where you can get more information as we're walking through here. So if you are interested in getting more details, you can get them at shaunasdailypay.com. That is what's going to be give you all this information in a different format, right? So the number one thing you need if you're going to have any kind of business is a product. Is a product. I want to tell you a little story about products. So maybe for those of you who have hung out with me for a while, you know that really I'm a professional artist. That's where I started in business, period. That was my first business that I ever really owned myself. Now, I had tried several other businesses and failed at them, namely network marketing businesses and things where you had to build teams, like you had someone that was above you and you were part of their team and then you had to build a team below you. I was not very successful with that at all. I really lost money on those. I never made money. And then the other businesses that I didn't do very well at, that I struggled with, even though I loved them, were the businesses where you go around and you kind of do the home party thing, right? So I did, sold kitchen stuff, baskets, you name it, I sold it. At one point, candles. And again, I did okay, but the truth was it was very labor intensive, super labor intensive. All of those, right? I had to haul stuff with me. I had to pack it all up, go haul stuff. Same thing with my art business. That's why I was really comfortable starting an art business. I was already used to that, right? I mean, I had to pack up, I had to paint all my art, spend all my money on supplies, pack that stuff all up, go to art shows across the country, and it that was a very, very high investment, high startup cost, right? I had to have a trailer to haul all my panels, my tent, the light setup, because I did it professionally. I wasn't gonna go and, pardon my French, but half a blanket, right? I wanted to do it right. So I had everything I needed. I had my signage and all of my art, everything packed it up, and then had a, big, huge sport utility to haul the trailer. They could spend the money on the trailer, hauled it everywhere. Then I'd have to go set it up. Gosh, you guys, talk about exhausting. So the whole process to sell art for a weekend was usually a 4-day event where completely took me away from home. So the only time I was limited on when I could do those, right? My kids had to be at their dad's house for me to do that. So there were just so many reasons why it was so hard to be really successful at that business. So keeping that in mind, I want to talk about the fact that you can have a product. We're going to talk about the kind of product that is the best product to have. That's the number one thing you need. The best product you can have is one that's digital, the one that you don't have to have inventory for, one that's just delivered automatically, right? So let's talk about that. We're going to say digital online, okay? Now, I was able to successfully do that when I started my coaching business. So, after I had been selling art for a while, I transitioned and I did it pretty well, but I was exhausted. And I was looking for another way to not have to be traveling so much. Not, and even if when I had galleries that would take my art, I had to get my art there. So, I was either spending a lot of money in shipping to get my art there, right? Or I would have to drive it to wherever the gallery was. Kansas City, Dallas, Colorado, those were the main places I was in at the time. It was not an easy job. When I started my online business, my coaching business, I was able to impact a lot of people without having to go anywhere, right? 5,000 people I've helped in the last 5 years build their online business specifically for creatives and makers. Now, here's the second part of why having the right product is so important. You need to have a high demand product. You need to have a product that's in high demand no matter where you're selling it, whether it's online or not. Guess what? Art is not an easy thing to sell. It's hard to make art a high demand product. But there are products out there that are in high demand. Right now, e-learning products, and I'm telling you what, we're going to get to this. We're going to get to this later too. Marketing. Because the truth is, nobody can be successful at any business, no matter how good their product is, if they don't know how to market it. So if you have a product that's teaching people how to market, super high demand. High demand product. Okay? So I want you to think about what kind of products out there that you could offer besides your own. So that's the other part here. I want to talk about a pre-built we're going to call it a done for you. Did you know that you can sell products that are already built? Man, I wish I had known about this before. The only kind of product I knew about before was affiliate marketing, where you only got a small percentage of the profit. Okay. You want a business that you can have 100% profit. If you were in affiliate marketing, which is what I still have affiliate products that I represent. I think I've said that before. You only get a small percentage. So you get 10 to 30%. Why does that make a difference? Let's think about it. Let's do some math. If you have a product, and the product, I'm just going to talk about the product that I offer right now. If you have a product that's $900, right? $900 versus a product, let's say you're doing affiliate marketing versus a product that's $900 and you get 100% versus a product that it's 900 and you get 10%. How many customers are you going to have to get if you have a goal of, let's make it a smaller. Let's say your goal is to make 5K per month. Are you going to have to sell more of the products that you're an affiliate versus a product that you're getting 100%? You know that, right? You know the answer. It's so much easier to sell a product that you're getting 100% of versus something. It's so much easier to make your financial goals, to make your sales goals, if you have 100% of the product that's sold versus only a small percentage. The other thing I want you to think about is the price point of the product matters, right? So this is the same thing. It's just not about affiliate. If you're selling a product that's a small price point, it's going to take you a lot more customers to meet your sales goals. If you want to make 5,000, even 1,000, if you just want to make $1,000 a month extra right now, maybe that's your goal, and you were selling a product that was $900, you've almost made your goal with only one customer. If you're selling a product that's $9, let's say you're getting online and you're selling, there's cosmetics, there's all kinds of things that you can sell for a small amount. You have to have more than 100 customers purchase that to equal one customer if you're selling a product with a price point that's closer to your income goal that you're trying to reach. That makes sense, right? I mean, that's just logical. So I want you to be looking for products out there that you don't have to build yourself, because that takes a lot of time. And trust me, I did it. I mean, as an artist, of course, I was building my own product, right? I had to create it, paint it, all of that. But then also inside of my coaching programs, I had to develop all the course content. I had to develop all the training that I was offering to my clients, providing my clients with, delivering to them. Not only that, but when I created it, I had to test it to make sure that it got results for my clients. I couldn't just go out there with a product that wasn't proven. You want a product that has proven results. Proven results. Wow, Shauna, I'm terrible with this thing, aren't I? Okay, what do I mean by proven results? Proven is in working. That it works. That that people get what they're promised when they invest in the product. Okay, so if you are offering a marketing program, some kind of an e-learning program, that content that someone is purchasing needs to be proven that it can get people to the goal where they want to go. And guess what? I have one for you. Our program does that. It's been proven. It's already generated, I think there's over 25 millionaires in the US right now that and this product has only been available for like the last 2 years. That's how fast this is working. You know, six-figure earners, same thing. You can make six figures at this easily because it's proven to get results. And this is what I love about this particular product even more, our product that, like I said, you can go to shaunasdailypay.com if you want to know more and get the blueprint that I'm kind of walking you through right now. But this product that you actually purchase and invest in shows you everything you need to have a successful business, whether you want to create your own product or whether you want to resell the product that you just purchased. It's a magical system. They call it MRR, Master Resale Rights. And that is basically, it's basically like, you know, Verizon reselling an iPhone. They purchase the product from Apple, that then they resell the product. It's the same thing. Except for this is digital. So everything's delivered online. So, okay. So those are the things I want you to think about, right? How easy is it to deliver the product, to fulfill the promise, right? If you have an online digital business, bam, so easy because it just can be sent, right? People can log in to the membership, to the library portal where all that stuff is located if you're offering a course, which this does. Also a support community. That means you're not hanging out there in the breeze by yourself. Make sure that you have a product, if you're going out there and you're going to sell it, that you have help to sell it. Yeah. High demand. Let me talk a little bit more about the high demand. Did you know that right now, the online digital space, especially the e-learning part of the market, is at about a $1 billion a day, 1 to 3. I've seen different numbers. Some people say it's already at $3 billion a day. Some people say it's, you know, $1.8 billion a day, $1 to $3 billion a day. Right now, that's how much income is generated through online products right now, digital products, which means it is a high demand product. Did you know that it's predicted to be more than $1 trillion business by 2030? So that's 6 years of space there of growth, just rocketing growth, what does that mean for you? What does that mean for you? That means if you're looking for a way to make extra income, like I was, this is a great way to do it because it's a super high demand product. It's going to be a lot easier to sell a product that's in high demand versus a product that's not. Right? If you're selling artwork, there's a lot fewer people who are in the market for high-end artwork, right? Luxury, it's a luxury item versus a product that's high demand because it's actually helping people move their businesses forward. It's helping people get ahead financially. It's helping people recover from financial losses, whatever that is. That's where I was. Not only had I lost money in all the little small businesses I had started before, but here's the truth. I was a single parent for several years, right? And now that the kids have left home, I'm playing catch up on my income. We didn't have a lot of extra income. There were a lot of things that I wish I had been able to provide for them. They're fine. It's not that, it's not that they didn't get what they needed, but they didn't always get the things that they could have helped them along better. And we really missed out on a lot of time together where, I didn't have the money to take them on vacations. The budget just didn't allow it. We could do the basics, and that was it. There wasn't a lot of extra income. And I always regretted that. That's something that still makes me sad. But this right here, I mean, granted, it didn't exist 10 years ago when I started my business, not this format, and especially not this product. Because I've always been looking. I have consistently been looking for ways that I can have extra income and not have to work the 8, 10, 12 hours a day and or travel to do it, right? To not have to deliver things personally, to not have to have an inventory. So if you're like me, I'm struggling. You can have this change your life just like it's changed for me. I was able to recoup my total investment in less than 3 weeks. In less than 3 weeks, I had this whole thing set up, made my first sale. Bingo. I already broke even. 3 weeks, which I'm telling you, I didn't have a head start. I didn't have a social media following, so to speak, especially not on TikTok, which is kind of where I launched this thing. I didn't have a social media following that was looking for something like this. All of the people in my social media realm were artists. That's who I was connected with. So I really did have to start from scratch. And starting from scratch, I was able to recoup my total investment in less than 3 weeks. Instant product, done for you product. I didn't have to create it. I didn't have to test it to make sure it worked. I didn't have to pack it up and ship it. I didn't have to work really hard to find the demand for it. I didn't have to, sometimes the artists I worked with, they felt like they were kind of begging people to buy their product. And when you have a product that's in a high demand, you never have that feeling. And it's not a good feeling. You don't want that, right? So 100% profit. Huge, huge. Okay. So, oh my gosh, there's too much. I'm gonna have to erase all this, but we can go back and talk about that. Okay. So your products, you basically want to have 100% profit with proven results. That's a done for you. High demand. High demand. That has room for growth, right? The market isn't saturated. Okay. That's another thing we didn't even, that has room for growth. And what was the last one I said? Oh, that's digital, right? Boom. Boom. I'm telling you, that is the ideal product. And it's taken me years to figure this out. Guess what? I don't want you to have to take years to figure it out. You can do this now. You can change your summer with this. I just told you 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I already had my first sale. Okay. First customer. Okay. Number 2. Here's the biggest, here's another huge one that I really want to talk about. We want a business that you can automate or that's automated. Okay, what does automate mean as far as business goes? That means that it doesn't require you to make it all happen. Okay, that means that this can run 24/7. You just have to kick it off. How does that happen? Well, there's two things. Well, actually, there's more than two things, right? So, first of all, you need a website. A website, that's where it all starts, right? And your website includes what's called a landing page. You'll hear it called a couple things, a landing page or a squeeze page. Okay. Really, what those are is that's the first thing that people hit where they're going to enter their email, because that's the beginning of the automation. We need people on our email list. That is how your business is automated. So let's talk about these 3 points right here. Website. Did you know that you don't have to build your own website? Done it. I have a website right now, for my coaching business that is out there, and I had to build the whole thing myself. It took me at least a year and a half to learn how to build the website, all the tech. I thank goodness you don't have to code, right? I'm not a coder. But my point here is I couldn't even get my product out there to sell, my coaching package out there to sell until I had a way to sell it. I had an online place where people could go and check out that told them all about the product, that showed them all the results that I was able to help my clients get. I had to build a website. It took me a long time. Now, that was, quote, the cheap way of doing it, the cheaper way of doing it. But guess what? It cost me a lot of time. So, was it cheaper? Probably not. You're going to pay in time or money. If you're going to have someone else build you a website, which is what I had done the first time around with my art websites, I wanted a really professional site. I didn't want to go out there and look not trustworthy and not professional. So I had a designer come and build my website for me, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful, but it was $5K. Boom. There goes, another huge investment up front. Right now, you have the opportunity to invest in a digital product that's high demand, 100% profit, automated. It has a pre-built website. And guess what? They hand it to you. How much do you think you need to pay for it? $29. 29. Yeah, you heard that right. I honestly, the first time I heard it, I'm like, oh, they mean $29 a month, which isn't that bad because right now my website, I pay almost $300 a month to maintain my other website. It has a lot of other features in it, but guess what? It doesn't, the features that this website that comes with Legacy Builders is pretty powerful. Here's why. Because with that website, it's an 8-page website, like I said, which would cost you about $5K to have someone build it for you. It's an 8K website where all you have to do is tweak it a little bit. So you upload a couple of your pictures to it. Right here. Let me just show you guys. I'm going to share my screen. And then you can see what I'm talking about. Is this it? I think this is it. Yeah. Okay, so here's the squeeze page. This is given to you. Literally given to you. And let's look at the website because that's on a different tab. Hang on, let me find it for you. Okay. here's the website. And you can come in here and you can customize this, right? So you could change the colors or whatnot. And here's the part that this is the only part I had to do. I had to talk about like who I am, why I wanted to do this, add a couple pictures. The products are already built for me. The website tells everybody about the products. Do you know how hard it is to build a sales page? The sales copy in here, that's what they call it, the copy, which is all the stuff that's put on this website. And the way the website is laid out and designed is a huge process. That's what took me so long to learn when I was out there doing this myself. You guys don't have to do that. No, stop screen sharing. It's all built out for you. It's a proven, tested website that's proven to convert. That's huge. If you're trying to go out and build your own website, you have to write all that sales copy, they call it, which is all the stuff that the page says and the way it's positioned and the colors and the fonts and the buttons. All of that matters. I understood that. I didn't understand how difficult it was going to be for me to be able to create it myself. I should have known, right? I should have known, but that's me just kind of being naive. Honestly, I always went into these businesses and I didn't have any business background at all. So why I thought this, I don't know, but I was like, I'm a smart girl. I should be able to figure this out. I shouldn't have to pay someone to build the websites for me. I should be able to write sales copy. I had no clue how difficult it was. And the amount of time I spent learning it, it would have been better for me just to invest in having it all done for me. Bingo, you guys, $29. I can't get over it. And here I'm gonna go on a little rant. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. There are so many people out there that are stubborn and refuse to get help, and they continue to struggle and they continue to stay stuck, and they use all these things as excuses for why they're not getting where they want to go. Because frankly, you can make another choice. You can make another choice. And whether it be you're struggling to do it all yourself and figure it out all yourself, or maybe it's the other kind of excuse where you say that you don't have the money to do it, to have what you need to be successful, right? To have all the right tools. You always look at it as the people who are being successful, and I'm on a little rant here if you're just tuning in. The people who are successful, there's always some reason that they have something that you don't, right? So they already had a big following. They already had big capital money support. For me, it was they know how to show up online on video, right? Well, yeah, they're cute, pretty, they're not afraid to go on camera, they're really fun, they're energetic. Of course, they're going to be successful. I mean, whatever you name it, I had the excuses. And one of the big excuses, well, I don't have the kind of money that they have to put into paid ads or whatnot. Guess what? You can have a really successful business. You can be a millionaire without paid ads. Guess what? I just didn't want to really acknowledge that. Or maybe it's the spending the money on distractions. Spending money on the things that kind of they bring the dopamine and endorphins that make you feel good, that distract you from how really unhappy you are with this current situation that your life is in. So whether that be, well, heck, 4th of July is a good example, like spending money on fireworks or going on trips or going to casinos, Casinos, I mean, the whole gambling thing, those slot machines, specifically constructed to give you constant hits of dopamine, distracts you from how unhappy you really are with the way your life is going right now. We have to change that, guys. It's only us that can make the decision to change it, to switch our mindset from making all the excuses and staying locked in the distractions to finally making the decision and taking action for something that's going to change our future. And a lot of people will say, oh my gosh, well, that's just too risky. I get it. I as a mindset neuroscience expert, our brains are wired to protect us, to keep us safe. The way our brains think to keep us safe is just to keep us status quo. Change feels too risky for the way our brains are wired. So anytime we look at an opportunity, the first thing our brain does is find all the reasons why it doesn't work. But it's just the wiring. It's really not true. It's not usually reality. It's about, well, what ifs? But instead of the what ifs, what if this worked for me? What if I could have this? What if it doesn't go to the positives? We have to change our mindset, because the what ifs that our brain is programmed to do is to keep us safe and the status quo. So our brain automatically goes, well, what if it doesn't work? What if I, can't go live? What if I can't get people on? What if, what if, what if? We've got to change our mindset. Change your mindset to the what if I could? What if it did work for me? That's going to change your world right there. Just that one thought can change your world. Okay. All right. So, website. You can have all these, the landing page, the email list. If you invest in our program, you get pre-built emails. They're all written for you. Here's the power in those emails. So if you aren't familiar with emails, if you have a professional email, if you've ever done email for a business, one of the things that's really important is open rates and click rates. Yeah, something else I learned, right? Open rates are the percentage of people that open your email when you send it to them. Click rates are the percentage of people that click on something that you've put in the email for them. Usually those are terrible. A 30% open rate is considered a really good open rate. That means that 3 out of 10 people that you send an email to open. That's considered good. Guess what these are? These are a minimum of 50% open rates. 50%. Most are 70%. I'm being really conservative there. So that means instead of only 3 people opening and looking at your email, you're getting 5 people. That's a big difference when we're talking about the number of people we need to get to buy our product to meet our numbers, our sales goals, our income goal. Okay. Sorry, my hair. I need a haircut. Okay, so here's another number, right? The click rate. An average click rate is usually about 3 to 5%. The click rate on these email templates that are given to you that come with your website automations. So that landing page, remember they put in their email? This landing page, by the way, has an 80% opt-in rate. What's an 80% opt-in rate, Shauna? And why does that matter? An 80% opt-in rate means the that 8 out of 10 people who hit that landing page where they just enter their email actually enter their email and get on your email list. That means 80% of the people that see that become part of your email list and automations. You have direct access to them through their email. That's huge, you guys. So that landing page is proven to convert at 80%. Then your emails that you're given, I want to say it's 14, it might be 15. You don't have to write the emails. Do you know what a big deal that is? Let me tell you a story. The first time I went in and, number one, you have to go to an email provider, right? So Constant Contact, ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, you've seen them. If you're interested in online business at all, you've gotten emails from companies that use these email platforms to deliver. Well, guess what? When you go in there, there's all kinds of tech involved with setting those emails up in an automation. They call them workflows. Oh my gosh, I got so lost. Not only did I have to come up with what I needed to put in the emails, but I had to have really good headlines. If you don't have a good headline on your email, no one's going to click on it. No one's going to open it. They're already proven. All the headlines are there. All the emails are there. Everything is pre-packaged for you. And the way you write an email, there's entire programs that teach you just how to write emails. You don't have to do that here. It's all delivered. So in these 14 templates that you get, 1 out of 20 people who go through your email, who become part of your email list, 1 out of 20 people actually purchase. That's the average. A lot of people get 1 out of 10. Okay, once again, what does that number mean? That means if you want to make $1,000 a month, you only need 200 people on your email to get 10 people, which is actually, 10 people, $900. That's a lot more money. But if you're only wanting to make $1,000 a month, you only need 20 people on your email list. Phenomenal, right? Phenomenal. How many people are on social media? I think it's 4 billion, might be 5 billion, are on social media, and we get to access people globally through social media. Get this, not having to pay for it. Because in here, you also learn marketing, which is our number 3. Okay. So all of this stuff happens behind the scenes. You're not having to send emails out every day because once they opt in, everything happens automatically. What else does that mean for you? Automated means you don't have to go and send a bunch of DMs to people. You don't have to get on sales calls. Oh, man, do you know how many sales calls I've done? Which, for me, quite honestly, I'll be honest, I like sales calls because I love talking to people and I love personally connecting with people and helping people. That's who I am. That's what makes me thrive. Oh my gosh, that gives me so much energy. But most of my clients, sales calls and DMing people and having conversations are more of an emotional drain for them. It's kind of sucks the energy from them. So when you have an automated system that does all that for you, guess what? Your energy levels, you get to keep all that energy, right? You're not expending energy. It's not taking away from you. from the day, which means you get to put that energy and time, because sales calls, DMing and messaging people, that takes up a lot of time. What do you get to do with the time that you're not doing that? Whatever you want. Whatever you want. So it doesn't matter how you want to spend the time. The fact is, you have the opportunity to do that. Okay? All right. So number 2, automated. Oh my gosh. And we're running out of space here. So we're just going to have, okay. So number 3. All right. What else? We kind of touched on this before. You have to know how to market. If you don't know how to market your product, your business, what you have to offer, you're dead. You're dead in the water, as they say. Got to make sure my son isn't needing something here. Okay, we're good. You never know. I have one kid who's still in town. He's in college. So, you just got to check. You just got to check. Make sure everything's okay. My other kiddos, and this is, we'll touch on this. My other kiddos live out of state. Now, one of my children, my oldest child, I can drive to go see her, so that's not bad. But one of my kids, he is all the way in Northern California. And, there are a lot of things that I've missed from his life because I didn't have the income or the flexibility to go when I wanted to go see him. Both of those kept me from doing that. He's an artist, an amazing artist. He's so much better of an artist than I am. He's the artist in the family. I'm just I call my, compared to him, I'm the pretend artist. If you want to see his stuff, you can just message me and I'll give you his Instagram. But here's what I want to talk about. He just opened an art gallery, his own art gallery, his own art studio gallery. And, they already have it set up. They teach classes, they do big exhibitions, and he is making a huge impact in his community. And I wasn't able to go to the opening. I wish I'd found this business earlier, right? If I had found this opportunity earlier, I would have been able to just be like, heck yeah, you have an opening? I'm going. Hop on the plane, get out there. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of him. Okay. So marketing. Let's get back to marketing. If you don't know how to market your business, you're not going to be able to get your product in front of your ideal customers, the people who can benefit from the product, the people who you can help. You have to know how to market. So guess what? This is built-in training. Let me explain what that means, built in. The product that you can offer, that you can choose to sell once you purchase it. You don't have to, but you can. That's the beauty of it. It's just up to you. Includes the marketing. Everything you need to be able to get out there and be successful at any business online. You want to know how to use social media properly? Gives you all of that information. How to build a YouTube, how to build TikTok, how to build Facebook, how to build Instagram. How do you build your following? How do you get out there and deliver your message? Your messaging, this is what oh my gosh, I do this whole system, of course, with my clients, and I do coach clients privately. So if you would just rather have someone work with you one-on-one, give me a holler. That's what I do with my clients. We go through all of this, but we do it one-on-one. Okay? I don't build websites though. I'm not going to build a website for you. In fact, I would actually advise you to invest in this and then just use this template, the website template, to build your own website. That's what I would tell you to do. Okay, but beside the point. Your messaging means, what do you get out there to say that's going to attract your people to you, right? This is called attraction marketing. How do you attract your ideal customer? Guess what? They help you with that in two ways. Two ways. This is super important because not only is the training out there in a course, but you automatically, when you get this program, I call it a program because you get people with it. You get support. Right now, there are over 27,000 people inside the community that you can go and ask questions to, that you can say, hey, I'm really discouraged today. I need some support. I need some cheerleading. And everybody's going to be in there going, keep going, keep going. This is what can happen. You're going to have people that give you suggestions. And this is powerful, you guys. It's not a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing. You get direct access to the founder of the program who does weekly Zoom calls to help anyone who needs help. You just have to show up and raise your hand on a Zoom call. There are mentors that are constantly in there doing training on, okay, you guys, this is how I did it. This is what I did. They walk you through the exact process. You get to ask them questions. You have live training 3 times a week. Here's the other part that I haven't even mentioned. Remember when I said, the tech, you just want it to be as low tech as possible. The website's already built for you. You also have access to tech people. So that means if you do get stuck, you actually have someplace to go to say, I don't understand what is wrong here. Please help me fix this. You get help with tech. Now, it's not instant, which I got to be honest, is kind of, our instant gratification culture right now. People want, if they have a problem, they want the answer right then. So you may have to wait a few hours to get your help, but you're going to get help. Otherwise, what would the option be? You're just stuck. So when you know that you have that kind of support and help, this is a no-fail system. This is step by step. It is a system. All you have to do is follow it. If you follow it, you're going to be successful. If you follow it and don't give up. Let's talk about that. How many of you have started something and you're so excited at the beginning, but then as you get going, it gets hard and you're like, oh, wow, this isn't going to work, and you give up? Did you know that at that point is when you're ready to have your biggest breakthrough? So here, it's part of the natural human learning curve, and there's a term for it, but basically it goes like this, okay? And then you're going to go back down. But so right here, this is when you hit something new, your new opportunity, you're super excited about it, right? This is when you're super excited, okay? And this is, they call it, oh shoot, I don't know if I can remember that. Okay, then you get down in here. Okay, this is optimism. So then you start in on it, and you realize that it's really hard. Okay, and this is called well, I'll write it over here. Informed. I'm probably not spelling this right. Pessimism. Okay, this is when you start realizing the reality starts hitting you of, oh wow, this isn't going to be as easy as I thought. Right? And then you may sit down here in what they call, right, the valley of despair. This is where people give up. Down here. They never keep going through here, right? This is where this is called informed optimism. What happens if once you're down here, you don't quit? You hit this point. What does that mean? You're feeling better. You're more optimistic because you see the path to the solution. You see the solution and you're like, oh, it is possible. I can do this. I've just got to do this, this, and this to get there, right? And then here, I'm going to call it the summit because that's what I like to talk about, right? But that's where you've reached your goal. This is where you're, super excited and happy again. And guess what? This cycle starts over again because now you have a new goal, right? You have a new opportunity. You've reached the summit. You're on to the next thing. You're going to have the same process again. This repeats over and over again. You're never not going to have this cycle. It happens with everything in our lives. If you wanted to learn a sport, you're so excited about your new golf clubs. Oh my gosh, it's so excited. And then you get out there and oh my gosh, it's harder than you thought to hit that little ball with the end of the stick, right? Or the tennis racket or your instrument if you're wanting to learn guitar. It doesn't matter what it is. You go through this exact process. If you quit here, you never get here, right? That's the way business is too. It's the exact same thing. So you want to be able to hit that excited, I can't wait to do this. And then you get in there and you're like, okay, yeah, this is a little bit more difficult than I thought. And instead of just getting stuck with, well, this ain't going to work, you keep going up the other side to your informed optimism, where you're seeing the path to the summit, and then you achieve your goal. You're going to go through that process in this program in any opportunity that you choose. Anything new you want to accomplish is going to require this. Heads up. Okay? All right. Kind of got, I don't know, you can tell as a neuroscience mindset expert, I just got to tell you guys where you're going to get hung up. That is where a lot of my clients get hung up. And, conquering our mind, learning how to control our minds and be the caretaker of our thoughts and our emotions. It is within our power, but we have to be intentional about it. And when we are intentional about it, we can accomplish amazing things. But if we don't take control of that, then our snake rules everything, right? The snake, the otter, the moose, the forest of our minds. I might have to do a short video about that, maybe on TikTok or YouTube. Okay. All right. So here's the other part about automate. Okay. Automate. We're actually already on number 3, right? This is number 3. I already erased the other stuff. But when we move into automate, right? One time setup, it runs 24/7 for us, which means we get our time back. All we have to learn how to do is to market it. That is our main job, because everything else is running behind the scenes for us. We are in charge of the marketing. You can also automate your marketing. You can also automate your marketing once you get your message honed in, right? We talked about making sure that we knew how to find our ideal customer. That means who is the person that we can help with what we're offering. Our ideal customer is usually someone like us who's in our situation, right? How to attract them. How to message to them. We usually have to make sure that they know that we understand their problems and that we have solutions for them. What is that about? That's about building the know, like, trust. A 100% of your sales are going to depend on whether the people that you're connecting with, the people that you can serve, know, like, and trust you. They have to know who you are, which means you have to be out there and be consistent. And once you know what to say to them, it's easy to be consistent because you understand their problems. So when you go out there and talk to them, you're talking to basically like you would your best friend because you understand them. That's how you attract your ideal customer. When you say, I get it, I've been there, here's the solution, and look how good this solution works. That's how you get your customers. And the system that we teach you is built into this program that you're going to invest in. Does that sound powerful? Does that make sense to you? Yes, yes, yes. Now I'm gonna add on to this, because if you invest in our program, the Legacy Builder program, you have a big bonus beyond someone else who invests in this program. This is the secret, you guys. The secret sauce is it comes with me, because I'm going to be mentoring you. Because once a month, you're going to have an opportunity to hang out with me. And I'm going to be doing Zoom calls with you, and we're going to be talking about sales psychology. That means how do we know how to get people to buy, right? We're buying triggers, messaging to your specific customer. Because even though we have the same product, who we are offering it to is very unique based on who we are. And once we hone in on that, we're unstoppable. And so you're going to get help with that. Basically, you're getting coaching, group coaching from me, mentoring included as a huge bonus. Bonus, bonus, bonus. I normally charge $3,500 for once a month coaching, and that's just going to come with it. because I want you to be successful more than anything. So you're going to have the community, the digital growth community that comes with the program. And all of those people, you're going to have access to the founder. You're going to have access to tech support. You're going to have access to cheerleading. I'm going to see, actually, I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you that. Here, let's share my screen. I want you to see that inside this community because this is huge. Okay, so this is what's going on in here right now, you guys. Am I sharing my screen? Yeah, I am. This is what's going on in here right now. Oh my word, do you see this? So here's someone 4 hours ago, my first 100, woohoo, my 900. Someone else made a 100. So that's the other thing I haven't even told you about. When you invest in this program, you actually have 4 different products you get to sell. So you have 4 income streams with 1 investment, multiple income streams, huge, huge. So 2 more in a draw. Right now we are running a program. It's our 90-day run, and we are going to help you take your 90 days and make 30K in 90 days. And we have all kinds of incentives and fun drawings and giveaways going on right now. It starts the 9th. You still have time to jump in on this. So this person right here, she has 2 more clients, so she's going in the drawing for the new, the new giveaways that we're doing. That's huge. Here's someone that's just talking about being proud. First ads posted. Hey guys, guess what? We teach you a free ads system. The marketing, we show you how to do free ads. Free ads. Huge. Do you know how much people pay for ads? Thousands of dollars. I've done it. Thousands of dollars. One of my good friends, she spends on a regular $10,000 every quarter. Every 3 months on Facebook, she's spending $10,000 in ads. What if you knew how to market your product and get it sold without having to pay for ads? Here's another person. Ding, ding. Someone else. I'm telling you, these are people are talking about, hey, my TikTok is struggling. What do I do? Look, people are answering her. People are helping you. Another person. You guys, how can you not think this would work for you? Oh, anyway, okay. So marketing, right? Whoops, this is number 3. Sorry, I have my numbers wrong. Okay. So we know what kind of product we want. We know that we want to have a business that's automated, and we know that we want to know how to market our business. All of that comes in shaunasdailypay.com, plus you get the bonuses, which is me. I feel weird saying that. But okay. So what's the last step? The last step is being able to have repeat customers. Because you're building your legacy. How do you get repeat customers? There are several ways to get repeat customers. One of the ways is to have a subscription. You have the opportunity to offer that to your buyers. You can also, this is powerful, you guys. This is deep training. This is stuff that you're going to be like, I don't know. You can also take that email list and offer affiliate products. So I have products that I offer to my clients that will support them on their online business journey. Now, they're not perfect for everyone. It depends on the person, right? So I have one tool that automates um, automates everything as far as organic leads and marketing on Instagram and Facebook together. So what it does for you, this is one of my favorite tools, so I'm just going to share it with you. What it does for you is it lets you keep track, right? You're putting people into, it's called a CRM. It's a management system that is connected directly to your social media, and you can message people through there. You can track people through there. You can see who's engaging with your content. And when people do engage with your content, you can automate their responses. So if you put a post out there, that says, hey, I'm offering a free masterclass on how to get more leads. Want it? Say yes if you want it. And every single person that says yes, how long would it take you to go in and respond to them and say, great, here's where you can go to get access. All of that could be automated. So I, at one point, had a post that had 800 people say, yes, I want that. I didn't have to go in there and manually take care of those 800 people. My tool was automated and fulfilled it for all those people. I can't even imagine how long that would have taken. So it also does that in DMs. It does that in your comments. So that's what I'm saying. You can take products that you use or you believe in, and you can take your email list and create new offers. You can create repeat customers. Now, when I sell that product, I only get 30% of that. But it's a product that's a subscription. So I get that 30% every single month. Powerful, powerful. Okay. So all of that happens when you have the right system, the right product. And remember when we talked about the 4 pillars for every business. You have to have leads. You have to know how to nurture your leads. You have to know how to convert those leads into sales, and you have to be able to have repeat customers to have a sustainable business. That is built into this program. Then what's going to make you successful is this program is built on. This program is built on proven strategies. It's built on proven systems. It has proven tools, and they teach you the skills. Plus, you get mindset coaching. You get help. You have a supportive community. You're not doing it out on your own when you hit that quote valley of despair and you're like, shoot, I don't know if I can do this anymore. You have people to support you, people who hold you accountable, people who cheerlead you, and people who actually show you the way out of the valley of despair. They're like, okay, no, that's happened to me before. Here's what you do. Super powerful. Okay. So I know that I kind of went long today. Thank you guys for being here. If you have any questions, I want you to put learn in there or just type your question in the comment, and I'm going to come back and connect with you. shaunasdailypay.com is where you can start the process for learning everything that's included in this program. Super simple. You go, you put your email in, and it's all going to be delivered to your email inbox. You're going to need to check your spam. A lot of times, that kind of stuff goes into your spam folder. So instead of going, hey, I didn't get it, check your spam. If it's not there, then come back here and say something to me, right? And I am always available. I'm always available to answer questions. So feel free. You can put them here in the comments. You can also grab me on Facebook if you want to message me there. There are lots of other resources for you to reach out and connect with me. All right, I'm going to say goodbye for the day, and I will catch you guys. Is it Friday? I'll catch you guys Sunday.